dance studio, accused of a heinous crime involving a 15-year-old boy.
It is very sad, a very disturbing case. The allegations are very serious.
Keene charged with 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct involving sexual penetration in the first and second degree. Boston police say Friday they've been working on this case for nearly 3 years now.
We received a referral initially from Child Protective Services in 2016, which is what sparked our investigation.
The 15-year-old boy, a dedicated student of Keene's, afraid to come forward back then, but now telling police Keene had been sexually abusing him for 2 years.
2 years.
2013 to 2014, the alleged assaults at the dance studio on Crooks Road and inside Keene's Birmingham home.
He definitely would use coercion with his victims, kind of under the guise that he loved them, that he cared about them, that he was guiding them.
Police say Keene would even tell the boy that what he was doing was helping him with his performance.
He absolutely knew what he was doing.
Right now, police say they're aware of 2 other possible victims, and they believe there's many more out there.
To our knowledge, there are approximately 68 children that attend the studio on a regular basis right now.
Sources tell Fox 2 the alleged abuse could span decades. A similar allegation coming to light in a nearby city back in 1992. Clawson police say the 2 other victims are also boys and were around the same age during the alleged abuse.
We are just working with male victims at this time, but we
Male
are
victim.
female victims.
I'm bringing this up to say I'm not perfect. I'm not coming up to the podium of my platform to hang with something that don't coexist with something that makes anything productive. I'm basically saying that I noticed that everybody hanging out to dry Hassan Campbell versus what? I mean, that man got a story to tell. I'm sure his story can be relevant to some of our viewers. You see his collateral damage. It's like, it's overwhelming. The support of it is just, it's like, who are these people? I want to know one by one who are these people that support him, man? Because supporters come from ground. You build support. It's a difference if you support somebody and don't know somebody. Therefore, it seemed like a fad. Like you have something that you relate to somebody else, meaning that, like that pink cup, you know what I'm saying? That pink cup starting to feel like somebody keep talking and his whatever comments, it grows to me to thinking that man has some type of complex and sell whatever is valuable around him and deal with consequences later. He tell you what he are. He walks them streets. He keep on challenging how his time gonna tick and where he planned on letting it go out. You can't fool destiny, right? So if I heard you disrespect your woman in the background, tell her to sit down. Disrespect, I'm hearing, because I ain't seen it, I'm hearing you did the same thing to your son. And then these kids that you said, foster kids, right? Foster kids, you say you took care of them. However, people laugh about coats, hats, and maybe even you said that people told you get your weight up. You look better than, I guess, anybody got a press. Somebody always wants somebody to be something that they ain't. If you start off one way, right? If I rock beads in front of you right now, if I was here building up my people, telling you send me donation, you gonna walk with me going to somewhere, and we gonna place a seed somewhere. But if I keep telling you what I've done and you ain't seen nothing to prove, then it'd be like skeptical. But if you gotta believe what you see, Not only what you see, but what you feel comfortable with. I know a lot of times that people like to psych you, but people psych themselves when you want to be something that you ain't, when you want to live through somebody else. Everybody got a story, right? You know, just like that movie, Hustle and Flow. Prime example. The white man said, it took the white man to say, everybody got a verse to contribute. That's the realest shit I've heard in a long time. And from that point on, all good ass rap came from down south. But when that shit was, I'm cursing. Forgive me for what I'm saying and how I'm saying it. I'm just passionate. But I was just wanting to add and reiterate is that New Orleans didn't never have that flood at the time, right? Now you think about where these kids coming up with lean pills. Pills was white people shit. Excuse me once again. Pills was white people stuff. But when they spread it people out, you know, New Orleans, it flooded. Everybody, they gave them little grants. But right now, government shut down, picked up for three weeks, and then we still struggling. But yeah, I would like to know that people other than what I've just seen and witnessed on TV, that a person that like making money off of kids, because I call that fragrant foul. When you have a testimony and you corrupt it when you got kids, elders, victims, before victims happen, they need keys, they need signs, they need some type of way to relate to you to say that if they in trouble. But you don't exploit nothing. Like if you ain't did this before I did it, and it was on my channel 10 news. It's what? I don't know what time it is right now, but you know, if you're gonna do something, man, show people how risky it is out here in these streets, so you can feed your people something that's gonna say what not to do. Because I'm sure they told you it was somebody who took somebody as in like a family member. You know how that go. Somebody that people trust you with, and you still get. Now, if you ain't exposed them like I just did, I shouldn't have beated you to show what I've just seen. I don't know if you with New York time or whatever. My point is that I'm one to can honestly say that I rock with you when you was talking that. Bamba did this. Bamba, but I've also noticed that you slammed and hard on my man saying something, B Stinger or the other. I don't know, Ron said. However, they slammed your name. They put your name in it. That's when you went hard and wanted to cuss him out. All this is on video. You wanted to cuss him out and get mad at this man for bringing your name up. Then you went in front of the bullet because you tried to stop and try to take the pain away by you saying, okay, let me jump in front of this shit. Then when you jumped in front of it, you try to slow it down by saying and directing the attention where you wanted to go. You even put your mother in that shit, right? Right. But what's sad is, and more sad is that you defeated the purpose when you said that a victim. Then you also said, and I quote, you don't want to be known as a victim. Brother, that's a lot of these kids and children and human beings, even elders, always gonna be known of. So you saying you better than that when you go back hat in the cap and hide your eyes while you go look at the views, bro? Because at the end of the day, man, loving yourself don't come from watching something that you put on and try to be better of than what you already started off to be. You know, always be original, man. It's like a seed, man. When you plant that seed, man, you give it water. Let God do his work, man. Don't mislead no one when you say you from New York, you bang. Ain't got nothing to do with nothing, bro. I hate for somebody to dislike anybody for something that they assume, but you give a narrative that's cowabunga, man. Like like Teenage Mutant Taters. Like, did this nigga just say that he want Vaseline to do something to a child? You got everybody have every reason to bang on you, man. And I'm not saying that you perfect. I'm not perfect. I'm coming out of nowhere, man, telling you all straight up from the east side, my D, man. I'm from the D. You don't sit around talking about what you gonna do to somebody's kids with Vaseline, man, and stick heavy nothing up in someone else's whatever, bro. It's all totally different. Boy, man, don't you know you sound like Trump, nigga? And if I was like Obama and I said one of them damn things, I would be taken for they've been at my door, bro. That made me think that you might be working for the other man while you infiltrating talking about how you got views. Only people think about numbers like you do is somebody who got something to gain. You want to live now on this earth, but you don't want to think about what your place may be in the after. And the only reason I say that, man, because you use everybody around you. And then, like they say, you try to meet something else. You got up 4-5 in the morning to be there at 5:36. The first person you seen, did they see him? I'm not bringing that on to say that I'm laughing. I'm more so concerned of how you imitating and you drugging people with it's okay for you to do what you're doing. Most likely, you know what I want to prefer? You know what I want you to do? I want you to bring the whole LGBT community, brother, and show up and show out. And let us all motherfucking be unity when you sit up here and tell us that you did not say what you said to Kev's children. Or you ain't mean no harm to no foul, but you gonna renounce the fact that, brother, you ain't the spokesman for kids, brother. You ain't no way, I cuss, right? I don't want to be in front of no TV screen saying that, I'm the spokesman, right? No, I don't want to do that. Let them people handle that. But I will be in the back doing my work, bro. You feel me? I don't want to be sitting up here having my children looking at it. You talking about celebrities, who's the next gospel and this and that, and you got this channel, that channel, but you don't need YouTube. You finna stop YouTube. Everybody making these videos, brother. I'm not going. It's Simple P. If you funny, I'm not gonna get. Hey, it's funny, man. I can laugh, right? I got a sense of humor. But at the end of the day, man, the bottom line is, man, I said it too many times, but I just want everybody to grow from experience. Experience is me speaking out. Other people spoke out. Y'all know who's on his timeline, man. It gotta be some sickos and sickness that want that stuff to keep prospering. Only how you prosper it if you keep feeding it. So a lot of times when you want to look at something that's amusing, a lot of times to back off. Just like this government shutdown, if you get everybody on one day to say that we ain't gonna buy nothing one day, just one day, we gonna plan ahead on this day. We not gonna buy nothing. We ain't gonna need to stack up today or tomorrow. Because as black folks, I'm very sure Mexicans too, peace to my people, is that, hey, we can survive, man. That shit they be talking about, that's higher up. We ain't worried about that. We can survive the day the next day without purchasing one thing. And I bet you community will stand tall and have some value to say other than what Oprah gotta say. Anybody got money speaking for the hood, man. I hate for somebody like Hassan Campbell to take that man's name, use it and abuse it. I would hate for him to use anything, because as in other than himself, man. If you got a problem with Ron Savage, whatever, don't come off talking about that nigga sent you herbs and helped you. I ain't heard college, but people talking about college. I heard talking about when he was sick though. But my thing is, man, don't use what you know and what you was skillful at. Skillful as in you want to be on tip top shape, as you want to be around people. So you want to be shameful of your past history, but yet you want people to block out what you've done and you create in your head and you accept it, and you want everybody to look at you like a victim, but everybody look at them other people that play the role as in like they vultures, bro. It's not fair to the community to say that that man might have had a fetish, man, and that man that might have did a lot of wrong. But I hear a lot of people, I mean, not saying a lot, but to say that everybody equals the same, yeah, somebody might have wanted to be got, and somebody probably stabbed down, but you got Rod Severs and the other dude, y'all, they came out the woodworks and they standing on their truth and they passing laws, dog. They passing laws while you sipping your sippy, cussing behind that little thing, cussing your woman. I was talking about your son, man. It's just a lot of things that I would chin check, and this is like do if you will. Any kids that's under 15, 16, ask your mother or your father about that young man, and then ask them, please do your research before y'all start taking heed of what this man's saying. And this is you know what I'm saying, straight up, that I can tell somebody when I see it that I don't agree with everything. So I would like to have a sit down, and I would like for that man to talk, and I'll listen, and I'll listen if I hope he'll listen if I talk. But like Sanada said, that man don't want to hear nobody. He want to hear himself and keep on making excuses. And that's all I'm saying. And that's all I got to say. If y'all want to hear no more, respond in a couple of days, man. I'll sit down and I go over it, and I'll start all over again and see what's more important, and seeing if we've got a real conversation piece. All right, I'm out.